Hello, everyone. How's it going? I hope you're all having a good weekend. Let's just make sure that everything is working. It seems like it. So yeah, we're back with some LOTRO. The goal today is to just kind of start the eastern parts of Gondor now. So we finished central, we finished west, so now we're moving more into the eastern side and slowly push our way into Athelion, because I think we can't go through Harland yet, or maybe we can. I don't remember if Harland was blocked.
Morg baby.
It's Steven. Thank you very much, Steven. 9 months. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I don't think we could go through Harland at one point, but I think we can. I don't remember if they ever blocked it off. Regardless, I believe the story takes us through South Athelion first. And then we get to Minister through Osgiliath. So, once we get to Osgiliath, though, there's still a whole lot more to do. But yeah, that is the plan. Did spam some epic battles, finished, or I got my gold version of the tactical damage gear, so that's nice. I would like one more piece eventually, just to get the tactical mitigation debuff that I apply on enemies. That'd be nice. And then, so I think that'll be the pocket item. This ring, I don't think I'll replace anytime soon, because it's just a whole bunch of morale. Like, that's just a lot of morale. And then this earring is just really nice, but I might be able to replace. I could get like maybe one of the earrings gives me like a whole bunch of crit or something. More guy from the forums expanding his reign of nuisance on Twitch. Indeed it is. You said you had a question. What is your question? I'm capped at Embers of Enchantment. Right? That's the green one. Oh no, those are the red ones. Okay? And Figments of Splendor. What can I get for it, and is it even worth it at level 80? Okay, so Embers of Enchantment, I don't know. Maybe you have to wait until your level cap. But in the missions room, so when you go here, you're 80. I'll just go to the one that's in Bree just to show you what the Stable Master looks like. So the blue Stable Masters, I think there's one in Rivendell as well. There might be a couple other ones. There's one in Moria. You want to go to the Elder Slade Stable Master from this stable guy. Okay. Yeah, there might be one in the Swanfleet region. So you want to go to the Elder. Actually, I think you can go to any of them. I only know where the one is in Elder Slade. But anyways, you go into one of the mission areas, where you pick up all the mission quests, and there's an NPC there that's the Embers of Enchantment vendor. Usually he gives you gear. However, he can also give you Tomes of Defense, ways to upgrade your traceries, and he now also gives you a quest, a daily, that will give you 5,000 virtue experience. I don't know if you can get the quest for the virtue experience until you are a level cap, so you'd have to be 160. But I might be wrong. I mean, I can do it on this server because the server level cap is 100. But but you might be able to get some virtue experience for free, because the only other thing that Embers of Enchantment is used for is gear for 160. But if you're at cap, you might as well just spend it, right? So this is where the journey ends with the fucking daily for virtues. Yep. Luckily, you won't. The only way you hit cap is with, obviously, through the legendary reward track and then spamming missions all the time. But if you're not spamming missions, you're going to hit the cap a lot slower, which, yeah, it's fine. The moats, figments. Yeah, this is the, like, cosmetic stuff. So at the Boar Fountain, there is the rotating figments of Splendor Cosmetics vendor at the Boar Fountain. They might be located in other spots. This specific vendor also allows you to exchange the currencies for different things. Like if you want to turn figments into the green embers. I don't remember what they're called. But you can also get mounts and cosmetics and housing items and all that fun stuff. You might even, because the festival's going on, you might even be able to use the figments on some festival-related things. Like there's the festival NPCs that are up here. Otherwise, maybe if you go to the festival grounds, there might be something. So where would it kill them to just add the tooltip? Add to the tooltip where you can exchange these things, right? Yeah, what are the green ones called? Well, yeah, right? How dare you want more lag on the server? Oh, yeah, there's moats, figments, and embers. That's always what I get confused. Yeah, because it says talented elf smiths can make use of these and will accept them in exchange for valuable equipment. But one, it doesn't say where these elfsmiths are, and two, the NPCs aren't always elves. Actually, half the time they're dwarves. Like if you go to any of the mission areas, they're dwarves that you're exchanging for gear. Which is the same. The dudes I've talked to for Embers have all been dwarves. They're not even elves. Yeah, the moats are... That's what you actually mostly get from missions, is the moats. And those give you gear for any level. But that's what they're used to get gear for whenever you want it, kind of thing. Oh no, creating essence is on, hey? Well, let's post it again. You can do the daily at level 50? Okay, great. That would probably be my biggest recommendation. Because you're not going to use the Tomes of Defense. And you're definitely not going to want to buy the tracery upgrades at level 80. Because you're just going to replace your traceries later. So, just to use them so that you're not at cap. Because SSG loves putting caps on every currency in the game. I would, yeah, definitely buy the Virtue experience. It just sucks that you need to have 2,500 embers just for the daily. Like, you can't just, like, barter 500 for 1,000 virtue experience kind of thing. You have to have that specific. That's a little annoying. But also, they made it a daily, which again, it's just always these weird decisions. Like, why does it have to be a daily? Why can it not just be a thing you barter for whenever you want? Mounts, I expected a bigger selection. There might be a bigger selection at the festivals vendor, unless that's where you went. Because I know the one in Bree is like it's a one that rotates every so often. But then there's 2 or 3 that are always there permanently. So once you buy them, then you don't get them again. Yeah, I don't know if there's any different ones at the other locations. Because there's one in Galtrev. There's an NPC there that you can use moats for, or the figments rather. I don't know if that one has different mounts. There's one in Moria, but I don't know if that one has different mounts. Can you turn the figments into the embers even? I didn't think you could, unless that's something that they added. Or I'm just wrong. Which could also be the case. Because I know you can do, like, the moats into figments, or figments into moats. Or embers into the other two. But I didn't think you could do figments. I didn't think you could barter to get the red ones. But maybe I'm wrong. Because people would generally cap on the green one for the longest time and then turn it into red. But if you were at the red cap, I didn't think you could turn it... Or no, you could turn red into purple and green, but not the other way around. But I could just, yeah, if you see it, then great. Then that's nice. Which maybe that's something I'll do.
Hello there. Hello there.
I did not expect to see you again. Still on the road, eh?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you have to always read what the window says, and it's really stupid. Because you would think you're getting, like, what's in the middle or whatever, but it's actually the reverse. So, yeah, you have to read, this is what you're trading, this is what you're receiving. Hipster SSG strikes again. Yeah, if they made that change so that you could barter for the red currency, I was about ready to just map debris and convert all of this currency into red. Like, give me that virtue experience, please. I turned it in twice, and it got me, my charity virtue actually went from, like, 30 to, like, 48, and then I completed a couple deeds randomly, and now I'm at 50 charity. So it definitely does make a difference. It is noticeable. It's just not... It's like it's so close to being perfect, but then it's, oh, it's a daily, so you have to wait. Like, why? What is this weird time gate you put on it? But I'm also sure it's more noticeable at this level, where your caps are, where your virtue caps are easier to reach. Because now with the virtues capping at 100 at 160, the virtue experience required to level them up is drastically higher. Is there something I'm killing down here? I don't need the birds, right? What is this? No, that's just a... Okay. Yeah, I have Steed of the Eldar. That's one that I get on everybody because it's just easy. It's a solid looking one. It's not bad.
What
Wait,
strange
who are you?
darkness covers the sky?
Potato sacks recovered. What is this, hobbits?
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
Nope, don't need bugs. Deer. Do need the Haradrim though. Oh, so there is a decent chance. It's not guaranteed, but there is a decent chance that the Angmar and legendary servers will actually shut down at level 115. It's not confirmed, it's just being discussed on what to do. It was stated on the Discord that, generally speaking, legendary servers will last until they catch up to wherever the live servers are, whatever the level cap is, maybe minus 10 levels. So, like, the assumption was that Mordor and Angmar would last until 150. If the level cap increased to 170, then the legendary servers would go to 160 at that point, depending on timing. but it was stated that these servers are unique in that the whole purpose of these servers is tied to the Nazguls and essentially some sort of specific story, right? Defeating all the nine, and it was acknowledged that in the lore, the Nazgul don't exist once Sauron is defeated. So, SSG, the devs have acknowledged that aspect of it. They haven't committed to a choice one way or the other. They just stated that we are aware that these servers are a bit of a unique scenario, so they might end earlier than expected, but it's not confirmed yet. It's just, they just wanted to state that they kind of understood that that's something that could happen. And they would just make new legendary servers. Really. One argument that's being made is that maybe they don't go to 150 or 160, but they go to was it 140 to get the portrait frames, right? Because the portrait frames you can only get on a legendary server. But that's also not confirmed. So, if you had to guess, how long would one have to get the... One have to get the 130 deed titles? Well, the deed titles... The class titles are... You can do on any server. But yeah, the portrait frames are a little bit tricky because, of course, if you have to do them on a legendary server, but if the server doesn't ever go to 140, then you'll never get the title. But let's say Angmar and Mordor went to 140. If you wanted the portrait frame, I don't know. You could probably easily do it if you just focused on leveling, you could probably do it in like a month. Depending on how much you play. Oh, it's Antol. Hello, Antol. How's it going today? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm okay if the servers close at 115. When like we've defeated Sauron, he's dead. We're doing the Mordor expansion, and then the servers just the server's life extends for another like 6 months. So that everyone can kind of catch up on their, get the Nazgul they haven't killed yet kind of thing. But then close the servers after that. I'm personally okay with that. But I know people will want, if they haven't gotten their portrait frames yet, they'll want that. And I can stand by that decision as well. To be honest, a little bit meh, but I live, so it's alright. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry. Hopefully things get better. Yeah, so basically what the options are is either the servers stop at 115 because that's when the Mordor expansion level cap. Then the servers won't go past that expansion and they'll kind of stop there and then they'll eventually shut them down. Or the other option is you just let the servers continue going until they catch up to whatever the level cap is of the live servers, minus maybe 10 levels. So it would be at current day, it would be option 1 is 115, option 2 would be 150 because 160 is the cap. I mean, maybe they'll let you go through 160 as well, but I would want to be on the live servers for the specific like level cap. It's just so that there's more people, right? I'd hate to be on a server with 100 people for the content, for the same content that's on the live servers. Just one of those days? Yeah, that's fair. One of those days. Oh, we completed. I mean, we got the first half of the Slayer deed in Eastern Gondor. Okay. I don't know, we'll have to see. And with the news that Orion confirmed that there will not be another level cap increase with the expansion we get at the end of the year, that also can technically extend the life of the legendary servers, right? Because they haven't caught up to, or there's, I guess, more time to catch up to the live servers that way. It's definitely a smart decision to not have a level cap every single year. That is definitely the smart choice. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Is I think they'll shut down like at Mordor, or like just after Mordor, basically. Unless you mean you think they'll continue the server past 115. But I personally think they'll shut down the servers at 115. If they're trying to keep it with the story, with the lore, the servers should shut down at 115. I mean, I'd argue 105. But they did actually, I guess, no, they confirmed one Mordor, I guess, right? Because we're supposed to get Mordor in like September. So yeah, that could be the last level cap increase that these servers see. And actually, there may be a plan to. So yeah, we'll have September for Mordor. I think that's what they announced. June, July, August, September. Yeah, September 9th. So there could be a plan in place where you get Mordor for three months, because September, or I guess 4 months, September, October, November, December. December is usually when we get the new expansion. So we get the new expansion, and then they're going to be like, okay, the lifespan of Angmar and Mordor will end in 3 months. And they'll announce it probably around November or December, and just be like, unless they try to time both, like maybe they time the end of the legendary servers with the new expansion. I don't like that personally. I think they should extend it a little bit past it so that people have a chance to enjoy Mordor for a few months and actually get all the Nazgul, unless when they launch Mordor on September 9th, they also just say all Nazgul are available, different ones will, or all of them can spawn every week or every day or something like that, so that people are just spamming the Nazguls for a few months. That could be it too. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking, is that it launches September 9th, and then from that point we have like 6 months we have 6 months in Mordor plus killing all the Nazgul, which would put the ending of the level cap at about February, which I think lines up quite nicely with just a fresh release of the new expansion that came out in December. That's what I expect. What does it say is here? It says there's something here. What? Oh, a captain. I've killed 2 captains, but there might be another captain here. Okay. Back up this way. Marksman, devoted sorcerer. Are you a captain over there? You're a fly. It'll be interesting to see what happens though, and I might have to like rethink what I do on YouTube as well. Because I was planning, well, yeah, my plan was to just, continue releasing class videos for every level cap. But with the server potentially shutting down before at 1:15, it'll be interesting to see how I release those videos, because there won't be any content to showcase really at that level cap anymore, because people won't care as much. People only care right now because the legendary servers are at each individual level cap. So I might just have to start making stuff for live servers at that point. It would really suck if people aren't able to get the level 140 portrait, though. I agree. Doesn't give much incentive to start all over again unless they really start adding new ones. Yeah, it would. I do understand that, and it does kind of suck. Especially when it's like, oh, well, we're going to release a new legendary server, but it won't be for another year or something like that. And on top of that, the legendary server won't get to 140 for like 4 years after that. So it's it's a lot of waiting. Maybe what they do is the like Nazgul aspect of it ends at Mordor, right? They remove the so-called like event, which I know is like the whole purpose of the servers, but like Sauron's dead. There's no more Nazgul. Maybe they still leave the wraiths around. They allow you to transfer off of the server now that the Nazguls are done, but they leave the servers open for those that want to hit 140 on the servers to get their portraits. They could do that, and they could just say like, we're not releasing the level caps like 4 months apart kind of thing anymore. We're just going to go from 115 to 140 and say, level up as you wish, get your portrait, and then you can transfer off kind of thing. Oh my god, I just got destroyed. And I don't have my thing yet. Oh, I have health potions. So I could see something like that. Oh! No! Damn it. And then they also have to have time to set up a new event for the next few servers. Yep. I remember seeing something about when the event ends, they just was going to turn them into normal servers by removing the VIP tag in the event. Yeah, there was originally what was going to happen is, at least for Mordor specifically, Mordor they were going to leave open forever, because Mordor was the first EU 64-bit server. So they wanted to leave it open for the people in Europe that wanted to have that 64-bit server. But then when they released all the other servers, I think they've decided that they can shut down Mordor now if they want to, because there's other European server options for people to go to. But they have also said that they will leave the servers open depending on lifespan as well. Or like not lifespan, the life of the server. So like if the server population doesn't drop too low, they're like, well, we can just leave it. It's not that big of a deal. But if it's, I would imagine 100 or less people, they'll shut the server down. I don't think they'll open it. They'll keep it open for 100. But maybe they will. I don't know. Keep me posted about it at least. Yeah, I will. Will do. You want the portrait? Yeah, because you didn't get the portrait frame on Treebeard. Because it never got. I think they shut it down at 130. It didn't even get to go to 140. Because of Treebeard got screwed over by the legendary servers. Or not the legendary servers, the 64-bit servers, which really sucks for Treebeard. The players that were on it got screwed over. But yeah, I'll keep you posted so that you know. Yeah, I don't think Angmar was ever meant to stay open forever. Because, well, maybe they did think about it because it was the first, again, 64-bit server. But now that there's other servers, I don't think they have a reason to really keep it open anymore. I only play on the legendary servers for like the specific event. So as soon as the event is over and I have everything I want from the server, I'm transferring over to the live servers basically right away. Because there's nothing I need anymore from the legendary servers, right? Population's bigger. I also haven't been playing. I don't play on the live servers as much, so I don't know what it's like with all the population. I want to do PvP. Still, like I haven't done a whole lot of PvP on the live servers since the servers have all combined, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I haven't done PvP on the 64-bit servers in general, where I don't know what the experience is like with the lag and all that since the 64-bit servers. So I'm excited to experience all that. But I can't transfer off the servers until when they open it into the event stuff. I don't want to miss out on the event either. There was also rumors that they weren't going to add Nazguls to the live servers, but kind of like what they did with landscape difficulty, there was a thought to potentially add the wraith mechanic to the live servers for something that you can turn on, right? So you go to let's say you go to the landscape difficulty vendor, the ranger, and you say activate wraiths, and now wraiths will spawn as they normally do on these servers. You still get the tattered cloaks or whatever, and there's the Amelia rep, but you don't get. They just won't have the Nazgul specifically. So the players that earned the Nazgul titles, can still show them off. It's not open up to everyone. And those that earned the Nazgul specific frame for killing all of the 9 Nazgul can still show it off. But the wraith mechanic itself and maybe the rep can continue onto the live servers. So I don't think that's a bad idea. I think the wraith mechanic's kind of fun. It changes up leveling a little bit. So if people wanted to experience it, they can, kind of thing. It wouldn't be a forced thing, it would be a choice thing. Kind of just like landscape difficulty. They're having good ideas, I'm scared. God, I am getting destroyed. Because that's also how landscape difficulty actually started out. Landscape difficulty was first added to the Shadowfax and Treebeard servers as a test. They tested it out and wanted feedback on it. And then once it was successful and people were like, oh no, this is a really cool mechanic, we really like this, they added it to the live servers. But then Treebeard and Shadowfax just became about the leveling experience, whether you wanted to do the faster level experience or the slower level. I want to say Blizzard cooked with the new season of Diablo 4. You become the butcher, basically. Oh, hell yeah. And instead of their usual stick of borrowed powers for the season, it's all about kill streaks and such. Oh, that's kind of... Yeah, that is fun. Blizzard does make some good choices every once in a while. It's not often, but it is there. Oh, you sent me a picture of... Yeah. Item to receive, items to trade. Yeah. So it's only the purple currency that you can actually get. Good window guy. Oh, wait. I know we talked about this, but I still think it'd be a good idea for them to make every character to get to max level by doing the book quests. Then side quests would be there for virtue experience. I agree. I think either you do that, you can get to max level by just doing the book quests, or you do a vendor or an NPC thing where, like, you can trigger a 50% experience boost like it was on Shadowfax, or a 50% experience debuff or whatever like it was on Treebeard. And then you're choosing your experience journey. Do you want it to go faster or do you want it to go slower? And then those who still want to purchase, they want it to go even faster than that, they can do the experience stuff from store, or the experience, or the stone of the turtle from the store to stop leveling kind of thing. But yeah, either doing a story thing. A story thing would work too. Just don't mention any of that on the forums, right? No, it's good that you're not on the forums. Don't bother. Unless you want a fun read of the chaos that can come out of it. I don't know. But yeah, Deed Window Guy found a good home there at Diablo.
This darkness is a weight on my mind. There's naught but ill omens these days.
I gotta be somewhat close to...
There's a weight on my mind.
Yeah, we're 7,000 away.
Will we ever see the sun again? We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
It's just a bunch of old people scared their game is not gonna play as it did yesterday.
There's naught but ill omens.
There is a lot of people that want it that speak on the forums that want it a very specific way and nothing else. And if anything slightly changes, they're quitting the game. Like, it's just such a drastic mindset to have.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
We've said multiple times that it would be good to have options faster or slower journey to level cap. If anything changes, I'd probably quit. Exactly, right? We're like, oh, let's have some options. No. I will quit. It has to be this way. Social anxiety, just the thought of conflict makes me flinch. Yeah, that's fair. I can get that.
How may I help you, friend?
It's definitely not for everyone. That's for sure. Those forums are a scary place. Nothing is going to change. You come play it the way you are playing. Literally. You can keep doing what you're doing. These changes won't affect you. But there's change that still happened. Well, there's some people I've talked to, too, not just on the forums, but just in general, that also have the mindset of, if I suffered through the game when it was harder, or it was made a specific way for me, then everyone has to go through that experience. Because if you change it and make it easier for other people, I get upset because my experience is like not taken into account. So like when it comes to the discussion of virtues, sometimes people are like, yeah, they should make virtues easier or whatever, or less grindy. And then there'll be people that'll say, well, no, I had to suffer through virtues, so if they make changes and I've already completed every virtue, my experience is ruined and it's not fair. Like, but that's how quality of life changes work. The whole point of them is to make it better for the future players. I leveled to 50 in Shadows of Angmar when there was no Forakel, there wasn't even an Evendim, and you had the really shitty zones of the Troll Shaws that had like no quests, and you basically you had to get to 50 through group content and the hard way. I don't want everyone to go through that experience. That was miserable. It was fun at times, but it was also really slow. Just because they made leveling easier to hit 50 when they added Evendim and stuff doesn't mean I want everyone to like it, or it doesn't mean that my journey was ruined. Oh, boo-hoo, I defeated Elden Ring DLC final boss before he was nerfed. There were people who were mad because now people have it easier to beat him. Right? Like, it doesn't matter. I played in SOA2. Angmar sucked ass. Trollshot sucked ass. Homeland sucked ass. We just didn't know any better. Right? There was no other options. We had to play it that way. Another thing I want you to change now when you say ever swim. Good old ever swim. Wait, the boats are VIP only? I actually had no idea that was a thing. The boats are VIP only. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, you can change that. That doesn't need to be VIP only. There's so many other things that you could make VIP only. But to like... See, that's where I feel like the game's being being toxic and manipulative. We're gonna send you. Oh, you bought this as a free-to-play player. You bought this cool new quest zone called Evendim, and it has a whole bunch of new quests, and it's gonna make your leveling experience really good. But actually, the shittiest thing about the experience you don't get for purchasing the zone, because you have to be a VIP to get it. So we're gonna make you, the free-to-play player, swim across the zone 100 times. If you don't want to swim, you have to be VIP. Yeah, that's what. Maybe it wasn't even a decision thing; it's a coding thing. Because it's considered a swift travel. The game's like, sorry, you can't use the boat. It's a swift travel. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. That should be changed. That should definitely be changed. God, that's funny. Back when Fog of War was the thing on the map, by the way. Can't forget that. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yup, I totally forgot that was a thing. So because I've never been to South Ithilien, I actually wouldn't be able to see what the map looks like. I would have to go into the area, and then it would only showcase part of it, like the Fog of War, right? So as I move up, more of the map is revealed. I totally forgot that was a thing. Nope, I had to suffer through a shitty map. Everyone has to suffer now. How dare they make it easier for other people? That makes my experience harder, or feel less important, or something. I don't know. Their argument for it is always weird. Like, they actually want other people to suffer through a shitty experience because they did. Forekill on release day had a bug that showed the entire map on the first hour, so our group would just rush from stable master to stable master and tag them all. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting, Antal, is I think they've changed the wording, but let's go to Bree, and I'll go to, like, the Dead Spire. So when you hover over a deed, it gives you a bit of a description, right? The stone pillars stand amidst the barrows, pointing skyward like a warning finger. Even in the heat of the day, the stone of the Dead Spire is cold and casts no shadow. So you would be in the Barrow Downs, but there wasn't a map. First off, you actually didn't even have a map for the Barrow Downs. But let's say you did, for the sake of the Fog of War argument. But yeah, the Barrow Downs didn't even have a map back in the day. Neither did the Old Forest did, but the Barrow Downs didn't. And the Old Forest map was wild. Anyways, you couldn't see where these ruins were, right? So you actually had to, like, look around and be like, okay, where would a stone finger be pointing towards the sky? And then as you, like, explored the Barrow Downs, you would see in the distance a giant pillar. Like, oh, maybe that's it. So then you would navigate through the Fog of War, and your map would slowly be revealed, and then boom, all these runes would appear as you got closer to them. And you're like, ah, yes, that's where it is. So you actually had to use the descriptions in the deed log to try to figure out where they would be in the world, rather than just being like, what's a good example? Like, oh, yeah, like Lonelands. You had to go discover Weathertop. Now, most people know what Weathertop looks like, but I don't know, if you're just a random player of the game and don't know Lord of the Rings very well, you wouldn't know. But now the map literally tells you where Weathertop is. As soon as you enter Lonelands, you know where it is. You don't know, oh, you have to go to Oscaruth? The map shows you where it is. But back then, you didn't know where it was. You had to just navigate the world. But yes, Weathertop is kind of hard to know. Yeah, it was very different back then. And yeah, there was no Barrow Downs map. This is an amazing version of the Old Forest map. Actually, I wonder if I can find a picture of it, of the old one. It was stupid. Or was there even a map? I don't even think there was. Actually, no, maybe there wasn't a map for the Old Forest. And they added one, and that's what made it more enjoyable. LOTRO, Old Forest map. I don't think there used to be a... I think it was they didn't used to have a map. And then they added one is what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Now you're generally guided through the lowlands. Quest hub to quest hub wasn't like that. Yeah, North Downs wasn't like that. Angmar wasn't like that. Before you continue this conversation, oh boy. Is there anything in your rules for your channel about trauma dumping? Because we're getting to that territory? No. Nope. Actually, like, I think the whole point of, well, not the whole point, but even in the description of the channel, I say that this is a place to just kind of like vent out your feelings, because the world is shitty sometimes. Sometimes you just need to let it out. So yeah, trauma dumping's totally allowed. Let it all out. But yeah, the Old Forest didn't have a map. The Barrow Downs didn't have a map. The Fog of War was a real thing. And it was a kind of a cool, it was like a little bit of a puzzle. Because you're like, oh, how do I get this part of the map to trigger? And you'd have to go to a specific spot to reveal it. And then once the map was revealed, like, oh, there's a camp right here. That's probably what I need for the deed log. Radiant's gear was the most bullshit thing that ever bullshitted in the bullshit we call porn development. Oh boy. Yeah, you needed... Back then, you needed specific pieces before you could do other content. Oh, I have drops around the dungeons. I can raid now, right? Nope. You don't have the right pieces. You have to get the specific piece with hope. And then... and then I remember when Lothlorien came out, and there was Lothlorien gear, but the Lothlorien gear had lower stats than the Moria gear and the Watcher gear specifically. But the Lothlorien gear had higher radiance or higher hope on it, which you needed in order to do the DN raid. So you actually had to lower your stats and maybe have a shittier like set bonus just to do the raid, because you needed the radiance part of it or the hope part. Just to enter the raid. Well, not even to enter the raid, but just to, like, stay alive in the raid. Which was wild. You had to lower your stats to get, to go into a raid. It was wild. Yeah, the tokens were shared with classes. Yeah, there'd be one, like a couple tokens, per dungeon run or whatever. And it was like, either it was based on armor class, or it was like weird arbitrary class lists, like Guardian, hunter minstrel shared an armor token. Or it was based on armor class. So like all light armors were competing against the same thing, and all light armors were competing against the same thing. I don't remember which one it was. And DPS eventually as a DPS you could get carried through the Watcher, sort of. But not as a tank or a healer. Hell no. Nope. You needed that radiance, otherwise you're getting stunned constantly. Oh yeah, WoW had shared tokens in a weird way. Or they have like shared. No, they do still have shared, or they did. I don't know if they changed it for Midnight specifically. But yeah, in most of their raids, they do that weird thing where it's like this armor piece or armor token is only good for specific classes. But those things come from the raid specifically in WoW, not the dungeons in WoW. In Moria, the tokens were dungeon specific. So like for whatever reason, because of how like the armor tokens were created, basically a hunter would never ever want to run a specific dungeon because their armor token wouldn't come from it. So if you were a hunter, you would never want to do a specific dungeon. But if you were a healer, there'd be a different dungeon that you would never want to do. It's like, well, why would I do that dungeon? I don't get gear from it. But the group would be like, but I need a healer. We need you to take us to the dungeon. But the healer would be like, well, I don't want to do it, though. I can't get anything from it. Yeah, this was instance gear, right? So the Moria gear, right? When you do the... Right now, you get the Moria tokens, and then you can barter for the Moria gear after, you know, spamming the Grand Stairs and whatnot. Instead of having all of those tokens that everyone would get, there would be one, maybe two armor tokens that the entire group would roll on, but that specific token would only work on specific classes. So to even... And so that was at the instance level or the dungeon level, not the raid level. And it was actually the opposite for the raid level, because the raid level would give you just tokens that you could barter for, that anyone could use, that you could barter for any specific piece of gear, right? Like the stone, the greater elf stone of spirit is for the chest or whatever, right?
This darkness.
But that wasn't the case for the dungeons. The dungeons, it was Grand Stair will drop a token for legs, but only legs for specific classes. So it was really weird. That crap actually caused friends to fight to quit the game completely. Yeah, that's probably why they didn't carry it forward into Mirkwood. Because Mirkwood, it was still tokens or whatever, like armor piece specific tokens. But it wasn't like class specific. And even then, Mirkwood... No, because then they went to, I think, was it... I'm pretty sure the dungeons didn't drop specific, like a specific, like if you wanted legs, you would do warg pens. Like, I don't think that was a thing in Mirkwood. I'm pretty sure Mirkwood, they realized, oh, maybe we should do just medallions of Dol Guldur, and then you barter for pieces. Because that's also when I think they updated the armor in Moria and changed it to what we have today with the medallions of Moria and the medallions of Lothlorien. I think they made all those changes when Mirkwood came out, or was about to come out. And then they did the weird thing at 65 where in order to actually get the raid gear, you had to do a specific deed and the quest line, which that was also really weird and not a fan favorite. Like, it was cool, like, hey, here's this quest line to show you all the dungeons, and then leads you into the raid. But not only did you need to complete that specific quest to even unlock bartering for armor, you also needed to complete a specific deed as well to barter for the armor, which made it really hard to gear alts, and it still is today. That was a really good thing in SOA days. You'd get a crit gear set from your crafters and you were good to raid. Yep. You'd get some drop from instances and you were off to the races. Yeah, you'd get those rare drops from Urgarth or Karn-Dûm. You'd get your book, your class pages from those instances. Maybe get a random ring here or there. And yeah, boom, done. The Defense of Lorien 5. Yep. Yeah, Moria was the massive wall you had to scale before the actual wall you wanted to scale was there. Yeah. And I think that's why Isengard was so successful at its launch for the raid, because it was skirmish marks related. All you had to do to get the raid armor was do the entire raid on tier 1. Once you did the entire raid on tier 1, you could barter for the gear, and you could have essentially tier 2 armor. Then the whole point of doing tier 2 Isengard raid was to upgrade your cloak and necklace. Like this cloak, which was really cool. Like, yeah, I just think it was such a drastic change in the system that was way more player friendly, and I personally think that's why Isengard was so successful. I didn't play it at the time, but playing through it on the legendary server, I'm like, yeah. In terms of how previous raids were released and how you geared in them, I can see why Isengard was actually as popular as it was. Getting that legendary book quest done completely felt so good. Your class got such a big boost from that. Yeah, Lore Masters got they got Ents go to war from it, and they got their sword and staff from it. And then I guess it would have been the eagle that they also got from it as well. I think it was the eagle, because if you had the eagle, you knew that player did the book, or like the legendary quest. That is what we mean when we say your character just doesn't progress anymore past a certain point at all, except numbers all go up. Yep, that's exactly it.
Will we ever see the sun again? We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
Oh, Hunter's got to get power back with every attack. Yes, that was massive. I think that's how captains got... Was it Last Stand or like a heal with the Last Stand or something like that? As well. Yeah, it was all good stuff back then. And now you level up and you don't really get anything. Maybe that's what the that's what Orion was hinting at when he said there'll be unique ways to progress your character instead when it comes to this new expansion. Maybe he's bringing back legendary class quests, and then we'll actually have new skills to get. I doubt it, but that would be really cool. I'd enjoy that if that was the case. $4,000 away now. Imagine if they listened to some of the people's concerns. I know. Crazy. Sometimes I feel like Orion actually does get it, and he's just restricted by basically the higher-ups telling him what he can't and can't do. But then he's also the one that's pushing for these guard changes to stay the way they are, and he makes a lot of the class changes in general. Or, like, is the push behind them all? And I'm like, but the guard changes are so bad. Like, people really don't like them. So then I go back to questioning what he does. Maybe he's just someone that doesn't do class changes well, but does other things quite well, which could totally be the case. Because he does say a lot of things that I agree with. For example, he doesn't want level caps every year. He thinks that's a terrible idea, that it only increases the gap between players, like the population of players. And it's just harder to balance and makes things like the level squish that they did completely irrelevant, because then they're just going to have to do another level squish. So, or not a level squish, a stat squish. Which, yeah, is totally fair. Most bastards want to get to 200 before they grow more. Don't you get it? You know what? I guess you're right. They want level 200. See, I don't like the guard. Interesting that there's only the people in the forums. People hearing complaining are the people on the forums about the red guard changes. See, and I hate them personally just because when I started playing my guard, I'm like, this feels terrible. The changes are good in that, yes, the guard is doing more damage. It's definitely doing more damage, and that feels good. Like, it's more reliable DPS in that way. But the actual flow of the class is what I hate. The flow feels terrible, and they made a bunch of random changes to certain trait points that also just don't make any sense. Like, they removed all of our CC, they removed all of our stuns and stuff like that. They changed how sprint works. They changed how we get less crit rating now. There's just all these weird random changes that didn't make much sense. But we are doing more damage, so I guess that's something. But then they removed a skill that feels so good to use. That it was like our favorite skill, and then they just got rid of it. Like, well, that feels bad. So it's definitely a split, but I think universally, well, maybe not universally, but like for the most part, from my understanding, people don't like the changes. No one has told me specifically that they like the changes, I guess. Because I even made a video on the on the changes and kind of how to play and gear the guard after the changes or trait the guard. And a lot of the people in the comments also say like, yeah, I hate these changes. These feel terrible. But I think most of that has to do with the flow. It's just guard animations are so slow. It's weird when you feel like things die faster on a captain who's known to have some of the slowest kill time. Somehow
Why
a
do you
captain
interrupt
kills things faster than
I beg your
a red
pardon.
guard. And the only thing that's slowing down the red guard is animation specifically. That's where I think that they messed up on. But they also said that they're going to work on the animation. So maybe once they work on the animations, then red guard will be great. But until that point, they feel really bad. It does go to show how easily people are pleased and will just keep playing. I do know that. There's been some weird changes over the years. And people are like, nah, I like it. I'm fine. It's not that big of a deal. Over really, really weird things. Or, no, they buffed me by 1%. It's fine. I'm pleased, because I got buff. Yes, but they removed, like, all of your fun skills. Yeah, but I got 1% more damage, so it's fine. I've seen those arguments, too. Oh, is that why that trait got changed? Arrows don't bypass armor anymore, so us hunters lost that ability. So penetrating shot doesn't penetrate the armor? Crazy. I don't need to go in there yet. It still does, but didn't we lose the part in the skill tree that made our arrows bypass armor regardless of what we use, not just penetrating shot? Did you? I'm curious, actually. Trait planner. Oh, you did, yes. Because true shot used to increase the vulnerability that penetrating shot did by going through more armor and applying a debuff, but now it's just penetrating shot damage. And then Budkin arrows used to be like a 5% armor mitigation thing, like you went through 5% armor mitigations, but now Budkin arrow only does focus builder damage instead. That is interesting. Which, like, both are still good. It's just weird to make that change. They didn't even put that going through armor anywhere else. They didn't even put it into yellow. You'd think, oh, well, they just moved it to debuffing. To the debuff/buff spec. Nope. Not. Piercing arrow in yellow line doesn't even reduce armor. Even though it's piercing. It's funny. Yeah, he said I had to take that trait and it was gone. Yup. It's like, oh, alright. Wait, search hiding places inside the Hall of the Gentle Hand? Oh. So there is other places to cut. Okay. nice if you told me where to look. Almost drop kicked you off the roof right there and then. I still might. I mean, the points can still go there. You still want those traits. They just, the traits do something different. Super happy to see rubber banding is still a feature. Yes, it is. That's part of the journey. Rubber banding is part of the journey.
What is the meaning of this? I beg your pardon.
Feed spear flower to one of the goats. I don't know why they made... I mean, they made mounted combat the way it is to be different and to make it, like, feel real. But it didn't need to be the way it is. They could have just took a mount like this, make it go as fast as a war steed, right? Take this mount, make it go faster, and let you use your skills while on a horse. That's all it needed to be. But they had to make it more complicated and give you a skill tree and have heavy horses and medium horses and light horses. And then it comes with a whole bunch of weird rubber banding issues because your war steed has to drift like it's in a car or something like that. I don't know. Well, yeah, literally, right? It just, you kill things faster when you're not on a war steed. Which just defeats the purpose. Which is why it's like, well, if you could just use all of these skills while on your horse, it would be fine. Like, I still don't understand why, as a lore master, I can't use lightning skills from horseback. I can throw fireballs and I can smack him with my staff. That's it. That's all I get as a lore master. Like, just why? I don't get it. Yeah, it feels okay on Warden. It feels good on Hunter.
I beg your pardon.
If things didn't constantly move and run away from you, it was fine on guard. It's fine on guard, but as soon as things start running away and you have to chase them, Mounted combat on a guard feels terrible. War Master is just boring. Champion at least does a decent amount of damage, but I actually haven't tested it in all of Rohan yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's actually really bad. You come closer so I can punch you, literally. Yeah, because apparently they're not allowed to change it because that was part of the deal that they made. Where they're not allowed to touch war steeds, but like, please, for the love of God, give us more skills. Or buff the damage. Like, hold on. So, lightning strike. Here, actually, no. Let's do burning embers because it's a 1-to-1 comparison, basically, or it should be. Does 2,000 damage. I'll round up 1,500 to 2,000 damage plus 600 fire damage over time. Every 2 seconds. Burning embers on a horse does 360 to 500. I'll round it up. So it does 1/4 the damage of burning embers plus half of the damage over time. Yes, this burning embers can actually stack multiple times, so the fire damage over time is technically more, but the initial hit is lower by 2/3. It does 30% of the damage I normally would with a normal burning embers. This staff strike, 500 damage. My normal staff strike, 3,000 damage. Like, what is that? It's so stupid. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did tell me that. That's how I learned. Is because of what you told me. Which I had no idea was a thing. And now I know. I've barely done mounted combat in my time leveling in Rohan the last... Yep. The only time I do mounted combat is when it's like a ranged enemy and they're running around and I have to chase them. Then I'll chase them and throw fireballs at them. Oh, I got a little bog lurker pet. He's so ugly, he's perfect. Get out of here, bot.
There's naught but ill omens these days. There's naught but ill omens these days.
Which means I've reached the 50th tier of the legendary track. Oh, wow, you passed me. Ooh, more embers. Oh, 1,000. That means I can get more virtue experience. Let's go. Oh, my Figments of Splendor got capped, though. Oh, no. Cannot my level work? Ah, there it is. Legendary Coffer of the Vibrant Spotted Bog Lurker. That's fun. So as a champion, I get skills in yellow called Coax that force my target to... Oh! Yellow War Steed line called Coax that force target to ride alongside me so I can hit them. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if... Maybe my guard gets that? They definitely don't get that as War Master. which I don't need it, but maybe I can get that on my guard.
Well met.
This darkness is a waiter.
Oh, we're training some recruits.
There's naught but ill omens these days. There's naught but ill omens.
God, these
these
recruits
days.
hit hard. These are actually good recruits for once. Jesus.
What news
Landscape
do you bring,
difficulty
traveler?
made those recruits actually semi-scary. Yep, I have enough. Cool. I might actually go turn that in here. We'll, got back to Arnak.
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day. What strange darkness
Yay,
covers the
kindred with
sky.
flower gear. Oh, actually, let's go there too, and we might be able to get a return point and then maybe a mount or something. I've actually probably never gotten because I've never done this content. It sent me a message. No. No, you don't technically need a reply to see the gear, but it's funny to reply. I just want to get the legendary track done and put my brawler hunter aside, or put my hunter aside and get the brawler or something else going. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I have I have all of my class set from Dalamroth. I have this is the Isengard cloak upgraded with the clasp. Most of the 100 epic battle stuff. This drop was a random drop from an epic battle. This was a random drop from an epic battle. This was a random drop from an epic battle, I believe. This sword was a random quest item. Obviously the crafted thing.
Will we ever see
That's
the
what
sun
my gear
again?
is. Nothing too fancy. Look at yours? Okay, let's look at yours. Time to roast Antol live. Oh, basically the same thing. Yeah, you have the essence gear. That's the Gondor essence, or the Gondor, the Minas Tirith essence gear, I believe. That's a good sword. Oh, is that from a box? That's a very good sword. I like that. I wonder if there's a will version. The bow, yeah. You got the cloak, which I need to still get at some point, and I'll probably put a morale essence in it, honestly. And then, yeah, you got that. Gondor, or Minas Tirith jewelry, Minas Tirith jewelry, Minas Tirith jewelry. Yeah, solid stuff. Yeah, okay, so the offhand came from the box. Good to know. Might have to spam some missions once I finish all of these. Because that did look like a really good sword, actually. Sword is I'm assuming it's probably the best sword I can get to prep for 105. I mean, obviously I could wait till 105 and like re-barter for it, basically. And it would have slightly higher stats. I'd have to compare it to the stats of the sword that can drop from whatchamacallit, the Doom skirmish. Because at least for a tactical class, the Doom skirmish comes with it comes with finesse and crit, I think, which I know I need, but I'd have to check the stats of what the box sword is to really know if there's one better or not. Which one's better? Go to Gelabrin. Look at rewards. Oops. General. Oh, no, weapons. There's a dagger with... Oh, wait, I can't use the dagger. The mighty sword has a lot of crit. Resolute sword. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Not that one. Is it the swift sword? Yeah, I think it's the swift sword that I want. Or I would normally get. Because it has an insane amount of crit on it. I mean, the resolute sword's good. It has a whole bunch of finesse and crit defense, so that's not actually a bad one to get for the raid. But I guess it depends on what's in the box. Both of them are crit stat sticks with almost 2k finesse and 1k crit combined. Yeah, which is really good. Good old crit sticks. Nothing's parting with a local feral witch monster. What am I doing here? Collect. Oh, there's one. Oh, another thing that bugged you in LOTRO? What's that? So if you have an outfit where you use dual weapons, but also use a two-handed, you need to manually swap between the looks because you can't save both weapon options. Oh, that's right. Yes. Yep. Your wardrobe doesn't save the weapons in that way. It's Mark, isn't it? Yeah, it's Mark. I share that sentiment. We don't even play on the same server, Steven. What do you mean? Oh, I gotta cure sick in there. Yeah, that for the yeah, you should have a you know, your two-handed stuff, and then or your dual wielding, right? You know, main hand, offhand, and then have another slot for two-handed, so that if you were two-handed, this two-handed would trigger instead of the two slot there. Have I put anything in these outfits? Probably not. Just this one for this fancy cloak, apparently. That is actually a cool cloak. And I guess this dagger. And staff. Fun. Too lost, we don't play on the same server. Could use a hunter like me. I'm shit with every other class, but I'm making a hunter sing. I do love a good hunter. It's nice that they actually do damage again. Ooh, you're gonna do some PvP today? Nice. Are you playing on a creep, a monster, or you just are still a champion just on the live servers? Oh, the monster reward track.
Me?
Oh.
Is a weight on my mind.
So
This
do
darkness is a weight on
I don't think I've ever looked at that. Do they? So what kind of rewards do they get then? Play a Reaver on Glam? Oh hell yeah! Glam's the main server. Well, I don't play on it, but that Glamdring's the server I have all my characters on. After the server transfer, all my creeps are on there too. Yeah, so monsters or creeps don't use legendary weapons, so they don't get ancient script and stuff. So do they just get like extra accommodations and maybe like some titles or something? Appearances and a currency called Marta. So what is the currency used for then? Is it just like an everything currency where it's like potions or convert to accommodations? Maybe you buy maps with it. Wait, you need to pay LP to unlock the reward track each season? So it's not... Why is it not free to VIPs then? That's so weird. Completing the monster player reward track grants Martyr a versatile currency that is account bound. Oh, and it's usable by both monster player and free. Oh, so it's... I see. It's a PvP reward track. Okay. So you don't have to play monster for it, but you can. Then what does Marta... a versatile currency. Right, that you can use on both. Yeah. So what do you barter for? It's 50% off for VIPs. How much is it? Is it like 500 or 1,000? Or 2,000? Yeah, that's one way to get people to spend their LOTRO points actually instead of stockpiling it all the time. Okay, wait. Let me set my map here. Oh, you need to play as the monster player to earn it, but you can spend it on a free people's character? That's interesting. You need yeah, that and Rivendell housing. 895 and 548 for VIPs. Oh, that's not bad then. Because I'm assuming the reward track lasts the same as the legendary one, right? Like it's not like it's gonna last until June or whatever. Let's see. Marta. So standard quests, player kill quest, weekly quest, corruptor. Okay, so then what do you barter Mordor for? Oh, it's for the chests. Oh wait, no, when opened you get Martyr. Never mind, it's not for the chests. What do you spend the Martyr on? Hold on. Barter or bind this. Now we go to... Oh, you'll only be the 4 items? Nice, okay. Yeah, that you want to do it for. I was trying to navigate the wiki to be like, what do I use this Martyr for? But it just says Martyr comes from chests as well. But it didn't tell me... what to use it for. Cosmetics. Oh, interesting. This is the cosmetic version of the armor that was once available in the Sundering of Osgiliath. I see. So Martyr is just used for cosmetics. Got it. Okay. Well, that's cool. That. Gauntlets. Well, that's cool. Creepside. Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Oh, Order of the Eye Staff appearance. I see. So it changes like this, the look of certain skills almost. That's kind of cool. Or look of certain skills, or just like unique appearances for the class.
Gondor
General.
needs your aid.
That's cool. I'm glad that they're putting more effort into PvP in that way. Rivendell housing is going to be a clusterfuck, calling it now. There's going to be a huge demand and not nearly enough houses available. Super expensive too, mark my words. Oh, I don't doubt it. I think you're absolutely correct in thinking that. I will be prepared. I'll see if I can be prepared to, like, log in and just find a neighborhood and buy something. Okay, let's check out the Pelargir rep vector. See what I can get at this moment, and then I'll probably map over to Bree. Yeah, 6 houses and 1 house per hood. If they reduce the amount, or not even reduce, but if they made it so that there's the same amount of neighborhoods, I'm actually gonna lose my mind. Like, that is so stupid.
These are troublesome times indeed.
All for the sake of more hooks. Yeah, steed. Oh, is that? Oh, that's literally it. Okay. I'll take it. Give me that mount. Of the ship. That looks cool. Right? How many... We're sacrificing neighborhoods for hooks. How many hooks are we getting? Are we getting 5 more? Let's go to... Gotta go Dol Amroth to... Actually... I think you can map... Just map to Rivendell. This will be faster. Who even has that many decorations? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. A lot of people do, actually. A lot of people do. I have 6 characters filled with decorations? Jesus. Okay, I don't have that many. Wait, I just noticed they changed the Rivendell map. What the? Whoa. And you can see the... You can go to the... What? That's trippy. Wait, I like this. Bree, fancy. Lonelands, fancy map. Trollshaw's fancy map. Rivendell, brand new super fancy map. Misty Mountains. They clearly need to fix that. Yeah, in the housing area. That's cool. Two small houses, 4 medium big / big houses, 1 kin house. Damn. Kin house probably. Oh. Kin house or kin house. Small house. And then that looks like the kin house, just looks bigger. And then medium house, medium house, medium house, medium house. This will be popular. This one will probably be popular. Maybe this one. This one won't be as much. Its view doesn't look as good. This one's just convenient. Unless this is like a invisible wall. Because I was going to say this will be popular because it's close to all the vendors and the stable master. This one will be popular because it's close to the vendors and the stable master. If this isn't walled off. You people are mental with your decorations, to be fair. I run old instances to farm for them. Well, and I have, on just this character alone, I have all of this old stuff just waiting. This is all legendary reward stuff. Legendary reward track stuff. Far-ranging stables. Wait, nope.
What do you need?
That Rivendell map, though, still blows me away. It's so weird to see it like this, but it looks good. Like, this looks so cool. I don't think I've ever paid attention to this path. Where does this go? Oh, wait, this... No, this goes to the housing. Does this go to the housing? Or is there going to be a cave right here? No, that's probably the path that goes to the house. That's what it is. Yeah, that is the path that goes to the house. Okay. And then apparently... Oh, it's the border of... So the housing is like right here. Because that's the Lost Temple area. And then... I guess the Rivendell housing would be then like here? Interesting. That's cool. I'll definitely buy a Rivendell house. I'll use all of my points for it. I don't care. I will do it. I'll have... I don't remember if I received my 500 for March. I don't remember when I technically get my 500 points. But I'll either have 8,500 or another 1,000 to spend for this house. Oh, I can just spend the riches here. Okay, great. Perfect.
Dark skies, dark tidings.
Passion went up by a bit. Love that.
How may I help you
Barter.
today?
Items to trade. Pets and emotes. So I could get grant the shoe emote. Oh, maybe I get that. I think I have all the mounts. Yeah, I could get like the War Steed versions of them, but... what is the... Oh, I was thinking of... Oh, the anniversary one is here. That's what's usually in here, is the anniversary dude. Which maybe I should... I don't... Maybe I save my figments for the anniversary since it's in like a month.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
I haven't slept in days.
Here. Light. Guess I can technically get a box. I might as well. Oh, that's level 50. Wait. I want... Yeah, weaponry will. Sure. What's the sword option? What do I got? Outgoing healing, no thank you. Still gives me finesse. It's less finesse. It's less, or slightly more vitality, but it's less will. Oh, this was terrible. This is a terrible option. No, that's not worth it. Whoops. That's a terrible option. Wow. Why is the... Hold on. I just want the might one. That's what I need. I just want to get the might one. Yeah. What the... How is it that... I guess because it's like, oh, it's giving you tactical mastery. So that's why it's not giving you the same amount of finesse. Like, no, I just want the might one. Wow. Alright, I should have bought the might one. Just do that. Feels bad, but that's okay. I don't use those things for anything anyways. If anything, it's a good thing I used it because I'm gonna hit the cap randomly at some point. Yeah, the might one is amazing. Hold on, what's the name of that? Oh wait. Oh, it's the chickens have escaped. The chickens have escaped the hedge maze, guys. Oh no. Hold on. Now I'm curious. Coffer of Travelers. Weaponry. Agility. See, the agility one is even, or the agility one's better because it actually has crit defense. Even that alone is better. The sharp sword also comes with crit rating and finesse, so that one's automatically better because it doesn't come with mastery. I mean, I don't see the specific stats for the specific level, but I can tell that one's already better. I should have just gotten the agility one. It would have actually been better. So they just said, screw you, will users. You get the shitty sword. Which is why I think the Doom Skirmish one is actually just slightly better for will users. That's funny. Well, when I get more moats, I can barter for either the agility or might one at 105. I'll wait till 105, and then it'll just even be slightly higher stats. Oh, some orcs now. This is why I hate that LOTRO doesn't have a site like Wowhead where you can search level 100 and then all the stats for the specific weapon type, right? Or, you know what would have been fine too? Is if, oops, I bought the wrong box. Let me return the box to the vendor, get my currency back, and then open up a different, look at a different box. Like, because I didn't select an item yet, I should have been able to return the box, but you can't. Once you buy the box, that's it. There's no return. No box return. Even that would have been fine. But yeah, we don't have or the wiki doesn't allow you to search for levels like Wowhead does.
This darkness is a weight on my mind. There's naught but ill omens these days.
Ooh, mitigation essences.
After days secluded in her chambers, Lady Vangelos has left them in a troubled state, seemingly heedless of her path. Down from her hill, down out of Imloth Melwi, down to the high banks of the river Andwi, where fair flowers nod in the breeze, and danger lurks all
After
around.
compassion, I'll probably just go back to going through all the defensive ones. Like I should get determination up. It's technically more crit rating sometimes. We just need more morale for the later levels. So I'll probably start leveling empathy and discipline again. Just work my way down the list. Probably do empathy first, just for the crit defense, in case, for whatever reason, I need it. I love that I have to protect this lady as she decides to go on a stroll right next to an orc camp. I need to go for a walk to just talk about my feelings and my stressors, but we're gonna do this in not a safe space. We're gonna do it right next to an orc camp. So protect me while I talk about my feelings. Right now on my champ, I have fidelity. Yeah. So my attack mid cap. Right, and then wit, confidence, zeal, determination. Oh, for the maximum crit rating. Yeah, that makes sense for the crit rating. You might need fortitude and honor for 105. Keep that in mind. Just for the extra morale. Standard for Look, the river Anduin. In 100 tongues it calls out. Can you not hear it? No, ma'am. I'm trying to protect you from these orcs that are ambushing you, while you just stand there staring at the water. Ooh, yeah, right now you only have 18.7k. Yeah, you're definitely going to want a lot more in at 105. I'd be prepared for that. Definitely prepare yourself for way more morale at 105. Right now, though, stack all the crit you want. Because melee takes... Well, everyone actually... In one specific fight, everyone takes an insane amount of damage. So you just need the morale. In the Mumakil fight, champs take a lot of damage because they need to be AoEing, and there's just so many mobs. But there's also the situations where the Mumakil will randomly target someone, and if they target you and your morale's low, you'll die. The third fight, you need some morale because you have to stand in puddles. I don't remember the damage that happens in the Gothmog fight. The Nazgul fight, you don't need morale as much. Like, you're just going to be hit by... Like, you want morale because you'll be dropping puddles, but if you're quick, they shouldn't kill you. No, she was just standing here being dizzy. I'm working hard on doing all the side quests and level areas I skipped, and then when I only have Slayer deeds left, I'm going to do all of them in one sitting. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I always do Slayer deeds last. Still got 11 that is only around rank 25. I mean, overall, you might actually be higher than me. Because, like, yeah, I have some deeds that are 5, 5, 4, right? I used to have, yeah, empathy. It was charity, compassion, confidence, empathy, fidelity, fortitude, honor, justice, loyalty, wit, wisdom, and tolerance always maxed out. But as the virtue experience requirement was higher, I started to fall behind a bit. Because they're goddamn annoying. That's why you do them last. Well, yeah, that, and then, yeah, the 6-hour Slayer deed, you can do all of them kind of in one sitting, basically. We're getting to the point though where not even questing will give you enough to complete Slayer deeds. Like Dunland was almost kind of like the last zone for that. Like if I look at my Dunland Slayer deeds, just from questing alone, I'm almost done Goblin Slayer. I complete these are the base versions. Warg Slayer got the first half done. Uruk-hai Slayer, almost the second half done. Half Orc Slayer was the slowest one. And the dead, but like there's only 2 zones to kill them in. Dunland was kind of the last one where you get your Slayer deeds done naturally. I didn't go out of my way to complete these. I missed that. Rohan and Gondor, they give you like 1 Slayer deed for free, basically, with the amount of killing you have to do, but then after that, you have to go out of your way to do it. Are you done picking up your flowers? Can we go now? There again, the old Anduin speaks to me, calls me and beckons me. Should I jump in? I mean, if you really want. I've never seen this quest before. What? I feel like she's just going insane. She has these weird nightmares and is just going insane. Head crowned in fire, hands gloved in blood. Sounds like the Witch King. Oh, your brother? Oh, she's passed out. She lost her mind. Woman talks a bit strange, must be going insane. She was literally going insane. She was getting dizzy. She passed out from her nightmares.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
She's talking to the river. She's clearly going insane.
What strange
I mean,
darkness
probably.
covers
She's
the
probably a
sky?
seer. Oh, she's also a brother of Denethor. Well, that's why. She is crazy. But also a seer. She's probably both. Her brother's Denethor. How many...
We woke
Okay,
this
wait.
morning to no
How many
sun,
siblings does
no light of
Denethor have?
day.
Oh, okay, 2 sisters. Just 2 sisters. So we've met the 2 then. Oh, we got the physical and tactical mitigations. I might be able to sell the tactical mitigation. I'm not going to bother with the physical mitigation. Tactical mitigation might sell? I don't know. I'll put it in for... Try 20 gold. Maybe someone will buy it. I don't know. Physical mitigation, someone will buy.
This darkness is a weight on my mind. There's naught but ill omens these days. This darkness is a weight on my mind. There's naught but ill omens these days.
Wait, do you have... No, you don't. Okay. Do I need to kill the orbs? Guess not. No, okay. So we can just keep going then. Almost 81. Nice. I'm definitely not Santol. I definitely am. It definitely takes a special kind of person to do the work that I do with the med students. I'm definitely some kind of insane. Investigate things? What? Putting it mildly, yep. Maybe it's telling me to kill Morgul Defilers here. Maybe that's what it is. Guess we gotta go also to the gate here. This area is going to be scary for me. This deadly difficulty. Lots of mobs, but also lots of archers. Lookouts? Oh, there's one. Morg is the prime example that you can get paid to act like a dumbass without being on TikTok. Yep. Yeah, I do have a TikTok that I don't really use. I'll use it when we finish our animated Moria project. And I'll use it to promote that project specifically. But right now there's nothing really to promote about it. Well, I get paid for being it. I get paid to pretend to eat Bible pages and to yell at medical students. Or believe that robots are taking over the world. And that the Terminator is real. Those are the things I get paid for. Anyone still in Earth for some reason? Yeah, you'll be there to 82 probably. Wildermore is 85. Correct, it is 85. I mean, you can go there sooner, but it is 85. The Terminator is real. He became governor of California. True. True. Hello? Any more lookouts? Any more defilers? Where'd you come from? Not. It couldn't be any crazier than that. We were wrong. One more defiler, which supposedly lie in here? Yep. Alright, this one's gonna hurt. Ooh. Questing deed. No, don't say it. Don't do it. Don't say what? Ah, damn it. I was worried that would happen in this place. Oh my god, it put me on the other end of the map here? Damn it. Okay. Going through the back way again, maybe. I might actually rebuild Highbold on this character or on all characters because I like it. It's fun. Well, and it's also a lot easier than it used to be. So I think that's also a good aspect to it. Defiler, sure, I'll defile you. How far can I get in? I just have to fight my way through it, honestly. See, this is what having too many decorations in LOTRO does to a person. Wait, maybe we go... Oh, they shut the gate. You guys shut the gate, but there's a hole in the wall right here. I don't think the gate being closed matters. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were more expert of gates. What do you mean? They have the gate closed, but there's a fucking hole in the wall. What good's the gate gonna do? The orcs also have it barricaded up anyways. So no one can even use the gate. The gate's closed for no reason. Ooh, nope. Not school right now. For a wraith. Ooh, need to find a day to do all the RTs? Okay. Everything just spawned on me! Why? Nope. Okay, everything died. Day to find... Yeah, I would like to do all the RTs. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll talk to some people. Get an RT group on a day going. Because fuck you, that's why I came out of enough crap. Just code word for keep reminding me because I'll forget. No, I'll reach out to a couple people and maybe we'll do an event for it or something. Alright, now we ride through here and probably die. There's a group every Sunday, but they do like 3 to 6 RTs, and then they wait to the week after. I'm impatient, so I still don't have the RTs in. Okay. Well, I know, because I don't think every RT spawns in every zone every day. Like, I actually, for some reason, I remember it being like a weird weekly thing. Like, or like an alternating thing where it's like, no, it might be every week, but it'll be like week 1 is week 1 could be Angmar and Evendim, and then week 2 is week 2 would be Mirkwood and North Downs, and then week 3 is Forakel and I don't know, another one. But all the Gondor ones, I think, are always up. But the other zoned ones, I think, for some reason, are a weekly. I think. There's something weird with them. So that's... I'm guessing... I'm guessing that's why that group is only doing, like, the 3 to 6.
There's naught but ill omens these days. There's naught but
Wait, where's this other fire? Oh, it's right underneath me. I see. I want to say there's no way this kills me, but it might. Come on! Okay, whew. Oh, that was only a 15-second break. We're fine. Or like, maybe what it is there's always at least one, roving threat up in each zone. You just can't kill every roaming threat in every zone every day or every week or something. Like, that's what the rotation is. I can't remember. There's something weird about it. I don't even think this is why the wiki is sometimes lackluster. I don't even think the wiki explains it. Because that one video I was making for that one, there was a guild that requested roving threat stuff, and I was looking at how it was unlocked, and I don't even think the wiki locations. Let's say I pick on one. Not a specific day thing. Oh wait, that's a waste. Okay, he's a daily rotation. Daily rotation. Daily rotation. Okay. So then are the Angmar ones different? Daily rotation. Daily rotation. Maybe they're not a daily... Maybe they're... It's not what I thought it was. I thought there was some weird unlock with them, but maybe I'm misremembering, or they changed it. I swear there was some that were weird, but I don't know. I guess I could be wrong. Changes their location once per day. The lag wouldn't be so bad when the next iteration of laggy servers comes around and I still have PC. I make a character on the same server. I mean, technically I still could and do that and level up, I guess. You could, yeah. Yeah, the Central Gondor, and I don't know if there's Eastern Gondor ones, but they're all, yeah, they're locked behind doing the story quests.
This darkness is a weight on my mind. There's naught but ill omens these days.
Okay, yeah, you take me to Ithilien, which we don't want to do yet. Because I thought I even remember... Because I think I know of the post you're referring to, or like the group that does it. And I remember in one of their posts, like, this week's roving threats are Mirkwood and Angmar, or something like that. But maybe what they meant is that's the ones they're killing today, and they're not doing the other ones.
No ill news is truly surprising to me anymore.
Alrighty, well, if that's going to take me into Southern Ithilien, this might be then the spot to call it here for today. Reminder that there will not be a stream tomorrow, as sadly I'm working all day tomorrow. I have like a
Good timing.
16-hour workday tomorrow. So there will yeah, no stream tomorrow. I know. I was trying to think of a day to make up for it. The one day I wouldn't be a nuisance on your stream is the one day you don't stream. Yep. I almost didn't stream today because work needed someone to cover today for a 16-hour shift. And I was going to take it because of the money, but they're like, no, we found someone else. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I have a long day tomorrow. And even, yeah, so tomorrow at this time, I would still be working. I wouldn't even be home to stream.
Imloth Melwi is known for its healers. You should cross into Ithilien. And my men
Oh yeah, there we go.
Harlan.
Yeah, we've got both quests now leading into Ithilien. So perfect spot to call it here for today. Maybe there'll be... Yeah, things get tricky here, because... Hold on, I need to close this window, because I'm getting cold. Okay. So, definitely no stream tomorrow. I thought about doing a makeup stream on Monday, but won't be able to stream on Monday either, because it just normally I never work on Mondays. Mondays are usually my day off. So I like saving Mondays for makeup stream days, but for whatever reason, there's just a Monday that I happen to also work on. So can't do Monday. I might be able to do an afternoon stream, so a stream like today on Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe. I could do a makeup stream there. And then yeah, I would just have the it would basically be a 2-stream day, which is fine. And then next, so tomorrow there's no stream. Actually no, there should still be a stream next Sunday. I lied, never mind. Ignore that. But tomorrow there won't be a stream. Could do a longer one next Saturday. I can do a little bit of a longer one next Saturday. And then yeah, I don't know. I just hate missing the streams. It's not something to stress over, but I don't like missing these streams. And it's always usually the LOTRO streams that miss out, or Tuesdays, just because of my scheduling. And it's hard on you guys because a lot of you that watch the LOTRO streams are also at a different part of the world, and you can't hang out on my other streams. So it always ends up LOTRO that suffers, which can suck. But yeah, so no stream tomorrow. I'll figure out a way to maybe make up the time somewhere. Maybe I'll start earlier on Saturday next week or something like that. But yeah, thank you to those that stopped by and said hello. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.